And we go with Radio Man. What's up, Radio Man? I saw that you were right there on the element, right on the chat. So one, thank you for your amazing contributions to the 3D modeling community. It's always great to see a little tutorial from you. Whenever it's short or long form content, always welcome to see you. Thank you, my friend. My name is Gabriel, currently finishing up my last university when I'm studying game art, and just want to see what type of feedback I could get from the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Radio Man. Gabriel Tomala. Nice. Okay. So you already know what's my first feedback, right? More. We need more stuff, my friend. More stuff. Just 2 pieces. It's I mean, I understand that you're on the final year of your university, so this is definitely the moment where you're gonna be focusing on creating more and more pieces. But yeah, we need more. So let's take a look at this. The Sanguinarix, Lords of the Fallen fan art. So the first thing I notice is this looks, again, very mushy, right? Like the metal looks very bendy, looks very weak. So this doesn't look like something that could be used as a weapon. And that's a problem. Maybe something happened during the sculpting phase inside of ZBrush and we lost a little bit of that sharpness. I can see that the topology here, it's not super high, 8,000 triangles, it's fine. But again, I feel like something happened on the ZBrush sculpt that we lost that, like the metalness, the sharpness of the metal. Here, let me show you guys. Let's go to ZBrush real quick. And this, again, a very common thing that happens when we're sculpting things, anything. So let's imagine we're doing a very simple cross, right? Just like a vampire cross or whatever. I'm gonna start here with a cube. So if we take a look at the cube, it has a bunch of divisions. I'm gonna go to initialize and just remove all of those divisions to be left with as little divisions as possible. There we go. And I'm gonna make this a polymesh 3D. Let's other groups. And then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go to polygroups and group by normals. So that's going to give me different normals on every single group. I'm going to go to symmetry, of course. We're going to go see modeler. And I'm going to use extrude a poly. I'm going to do polygroup island. There we go. So we're going to extrude that up. And we're going to extrude this up. And this down. So imagine we have that, right? Very simple, like cross thingy. The very common problem that happens is you guys just subdivide this thing. Like maybe, let's imagine you were a little bit smart and you did not subdivide and you dynameshed. But the problem is when we dynamesh, sometimes if the resolution of the dynamesh is really low, the borders start becoming soft. Can you see that right there? So it's very important that when you're working with hard surface stuff, you try to keep, first of all, the resolution high, and if possible, keep polish on, so that when we dynamesh, we don't lose those corners. And then, please don't make this mistake when we start sculpting of smoothing things out, because when you start smoothing, again, this thing right here becomes very mushy. It doesn't look like a sharp metal element anymore. It starts looking, I don't know, like soft elements. So you don't want to use that. I know I love using the Trim Dynamic brush, and Trim Dynamic is really good, but Trim Dynamic can also tend to smooth things out, and you get this sort of like thing, right? Where everything looks very smooth and not like metal at all. So if you're going to be doing those kind of like damages, I strongly recommend that, yes, you use a little bit of Trim Dynamic, but then, oh my God. And then you use something like the Or Flatten Edge Protect, because that's really going to give you the strong sort of like effect right there on the border. Thank you, my friends. Okay, so yes, you can add like the little metal edge where. Oh my God. Thank you, guys. You can add the little metal edge wear or the little like trim dynamic stuff, but always go with like a polish or like hard polish or that like a flatten edge protect thing to really bring that back and make sure that it looks strong and sharp. This is also where the knife brushes are really good. Hopefully ZBrush doesn't crash right now, but the knife brushes are really good because they give you really like strong like planes and really strong changes, so you can really chisel out all of these elements and make sure that your object looks very, very sharp, very, very intense. Okay. Ave, do you think maintaining good topology and poly count is worthwhile for concept art? No, concept art doesn't matter at all, man. If you're gonna be doing concept art, go crazy. It's just concept, so go crazy. Okay, so yeah, be careful with that, Gabriel, on this one right here. If we go to the next one, this one looks a little bit nicer. I like it. A little shrine thingy. Definitely looks a little bit more hard surfacey. I love the detail. These are tricky, by the way. Like these are tricky elements. Yeah, nice presentation here. Just VFX, okay. Nice. One single texture map. Great. Good packaging. Yeah, this is great. This is a great piece. I love it. Okay, Raytopo seems a little bit heavy. A little bit heavy. Do we not have a marmoset scene? I would recommend you do a marmoset scene for this one as well, because I do want to know what is the poly count. Okay, 81,000. See, for instance, this is interesting. 81,000 feels like a lot, and it is, of course. It's a big number. But because this is such a complex asset, right? It has so many like silhouette changes, so many different like little thingies here and there. It's okay. Like, it makes sense. Can we optimize this a little bit more? Of course, everything can be optimized, but this is perfectly fine. This is great, man. I really don't have anything else to say on this one. You did a great job on everything on this one, so this is a good piece. Definitely, yeah. Love that like shot right there. Love this shot right here as well. Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. More of this. Radio Man, you need more of this, okay?